on? Dog, our man, the great. And we're back with another boxing conversation. Hold me fix my chair, get everything situated. Shit, funny out here, dude. That press conference was pretty interesting. I was out eating dinner at a restaurant. I had to stop my dinner to watch that real quick. So I was like, "Hold on, cuz, let me see what's going on in this press conference." Well, I'm gonna wait till everybody cooking. Everybody join before we really start cooking. But yeah, man, that's just funny as hell, dude. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. A lot of people saying that, this is gonna be easy for David Benavidez. David Benavidez gonna go in here and really knock this dude out because he's angry. He's angry. That's why he might knock out Plant because he's angry. And everybody else is calm besides him. You know, I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's bad blood. He want to take Plant head off. Why wouldn't he? They've been trying to fight for the longest. I actually like the way that Caleb Plant explained to the people the reason why he didn't fight David Benavidez a while ago, and it made completely sense. Like, yo, I've been trying to fight Canelo Alvarez, and I'm here to get belts and shit, and then yo ass fuck around and lost your belt, sniffing that thing. You know what I'm saying? Pulling the Kell Brook on us. You know what I'm saying? Was he wrong? And that's what makes Benavidez' team real upset, because it's like, damn, nigga, is he wrong? You know, saying that shit. Is he wrong for saying that? Yo, I wanted to fight you, but your ass.
Well, gone.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts, D Hive?
I thought it was funny. I was dying. I thought it was hilarious. David coming at him straight up talking about you a bitch. His father getting on him or whatever, calling him a pussy. I thought all that was funny. Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained, and my opinion hasn't changed. Darrell knockout or no Darrell knockout. Honestly, you know what this looks like to me? This is like remember when Devin Haney got knockout of the year over Moran and sent his ass to hell with one punch. This
Yeah.
is like if after that I said, "Oh well, Devin Haney definitely whoops Tank because of that knockout." That tells me nothing about what Devin Haney versus Tank would look like. All I know is that Moran got knocked out. That's all. Like, and to make matters worse, you stopped a Darrell that was older than the version that David Benavidez fought, and this is after Darrell got a draw against somebody that David Benavidez stopped. So, dudes putting stock in this knockout, I'm really not sure what y'all see. Because what would have
I
happened if
see it. I see it. The people that be on the Twitter Space podcast and shit, those loyal members, I see them Team Plant for sure. They're posting on Twitter like, yo, you see that knockout with Darrell showing the fucking knockout and all types of resolution, all types of edits and shit, making it
yeah,
seem like that's the best knockout ever. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but this totally different fighter,
I
totally
under
different fighter.
I understand that they want to consistently call upsets to make themselves look like experts. But the thing is, though, when you fail at calling the upset and the guy you pick loses, you also got to eat the loss. You can't say, "Oh well, they showed a lot of heart. They could have, they would have." No, you just got to be like, "I was
Yes.
wrong." Like I can't stand when people do that. They try to pick the underdog to call the upset to get credit, and then they end up being wrong, and they go, "Oh well, let's just move on like that didn't happen." No, you were wrong again. Nah, you were wrong. Like you tried to pick the upset, and that's cool, but you don't get any points for being fucking wrong. That's not how life works. So you got to
So
eat that shit
who's
too.
the favorite? Who's the favorite in this fight?
Benavidez should absolutely be the favorite because outside of, I mean, is Caleb Plant a better boxer? Absolutely, but Benavidez is better at everything else, literally everything else, and the sheer fact that he's significantly larger, like, come on, bro. I mean, y'all saw. Don't get it twisted. Caleb Plant got a good knockdown or two. I forgot if it was just one or two against Uskatsky. That's fine, even though he had already had his ass whooped. But this is a different animal. I mean, David. First of all, David's chin is farther away. He throws far more punches. He's much bigger, much more durable. Like, come on, dog. And then people making it seem like Breadman is a difference maker. What the fuck? What the fuck Breadman gonna do? What the fuck is Breadman gonna do? What Breadman didn't do shit for Kyron Davis.
That's true.
And then they talk about, oh, we'll plant a natural super middleweight. So was Anthony Durrell, the younger version. What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about?
So what are you predicting? Do you have stoppage?
uh, yeah, I would say so. I'm thinking stoppage in 9.
Yeah, Caleb Plant, he got a kid and shit, bro. A fresh kid. Ain't no way his wife gonna sit there and let him get his ass beat, tore out the frame for a boxing check. That's guaranteed, even if he wins or lose.
Yeah, because they talk about his boxing skill. Benavidez throws too many punches. By the time Caleb Plant tries to get in the pocket and get out scoring 1 or 2 pity pats, David Benavidez will drop 2 jabs, 3 left hooks, one straight right to the solar plexus. Like, come on, bro. Like he just throws too many fucking punches. And then if he tries to go in and work on the inside like he did with Darrell, like not only is he gonna miss, but he's gonna pay, and he's gonna pay dearly. So like what these dudes talking about playing, like again, it all sounds great because he looked good in his last fight, but you know how boxing is. Oh, what has he done for me lately? Looking ass.
That's true. That's why everybody's written off Charlo like he's a fucking bum.
Exactly. But
Saying things like John Ryder and Charlo will be a competitive fight, like because they haven't seen Charlo in a minute.
yeah, but they're full of shit because when you say Charlo should fight Triple G, what do they say? Oh, he still don't deserve it. Oh, okay, right. Oh, the fight shouldn't be made because Triple G will just whoop his ass. Oh, okay, for sure, good. But Munguia should get the fucking fight, right? Get the fuck out of here.
That's some click shit right there.
Yeah,
But overall, I think that press conference was cool. Um, David Benavidez, he's funny, dude. He first of all, he got the braids. What the fuck? I didn't even know Mexicans can get braids.
I put on Trump I'm like you're not gonna out nigga me, Caleb.
I
You're
see
not.
that. That's what it's looking like. I'm
You're
like,
not.
dog, what the fuck? Man, this nigga get braids.
What's up, PGH big dog? Yeah, nah. I
Yes, so
mean, what his brother
that's the
always.
boxing pro. So I can see Benavidez stopping him. I do JR. He says I can see Benavidez stopping him.
No.
He said Plant is finished. Light him up. The bomb said Plant is finished. Shout out to my dude P8 PG. Um,
Because
man, like
his
oh,
brother always
I
wore
can see,
braids.
I can see Plant getting stopped, but I can also see some funny shit. Like, what if David Benavidez gets outboxed?
I could see Plant getting a knockdown because David is lanky, he's goofy, his footwork isn't the best, but that don't mean you're gonna win the fight. Like people keep saying that, oh, Benavidez got knocked down by Gavril. That's fantastic. That was a natural super middleweight. Caleb Plant got fucking stopped by a guy who started his career at 140. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
When is that? When the Caleb Plant versus Benavidez? Is it right in the beginning of March?
No, it's at the end of March. It's March 25th.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's a long way away.
Damn.
Yeah. No, but I like this too. I like that everyone is so confident so early. Like everyone's confident in Plant, everyone's confident in Benavidez is funny. So like I said, when some bullshit happens and Plant ends up getting ran over again, I want to see the experts just own it. Don't be like, oh, well, you see what had happened was and try to break down why he lost analytically. No, fuck that. He got smoked.
See, my thing is, I don't really have a dog in this fight. Um, I just like both of these fighters, to be honest. Who I think is a better fighter, David Benavidez. Who I think is a better boxer, Caleb Plant. Um, I just don't see how Caleb Plant is going to win this other than making the fight really boring and edging it out. But I don't see David Benavidez letting that happen. I feel like David Benavidez is the type of person that if he knows he's on down on the scorecards, he's going to say fuck it and try to go in there and try to sleep Caleb Plant,
He
regardless.
gonna go. He gonna go for the kill from the opening round. He's not gonna get in there and waste
Now,
time.
you know what I did have in mind, though, Di? I was thinking, can this him being super angry and emotional, can that affect his mental on fight night?
I personally don't think so. Maybe if it was against the bigger puncher, I would say so. But no, I mean Benavidez is someone whose offense is his defense. So allowing his anger and aggression and adrenaline to fuel his offense, I think is actually going to be an asset. Kind of like how Jermell Charlo, when he gets angry, he fights better. Shit, whenever Jamel is calm, it might be in for some shit. But when he gets mad, when people start doubting him, he's like, okay. So and then shit, Jamel's anger turned him into a knockout machine, and he ain't no puncher like that. He been knocking everybody the fuck out because people just haven't been giving him his respect. And every time he gets disrespected, he performs better the next fight. He's like, oh, so I'm still not good enough. Okay, shit, he might kill Zoo. I don't know what the fuck will happen. Well, Zoo might not even make it past Harrison, to be quite honest.
I know.
So,
Can you imagine Tony Harrison versus Charlo 3, bro? What?
yeah, I think I like Tony. I really do, but I think Charlo would get on his ass major. Like I don't think that fight would probably go 7 because he'd be like, "You again,
Pay-per-view.
motherfucker."
You know that shit going on pay-per-view if it happened.
Oh, absolutely, and it should. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want the trilogy to ever happen, but I just don't think I don't think that I don't think Harrison would get in there and do anything. He would look good for the first 4. Charlo would get turn it up, get pissed off, and just bomb him out of there like he did the last time.
I see boxing Twitter confident in Tony Harrison. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm not even super confident Tony Harrison win that fight
I'm not
because,
either.
because I done seen it too many times where he's boxing good, looking good, and then he get tired, and then you're in there with a guy who can punch. So last time he got in there tired against a puncher, that's not as skilled as him, Hurd, he got his ass knocked the fuck out. That shit was like wow, like he
He
he straight up slept him. Like
he got knocked out by Willie Nelson, bro.
it was cold. He got knocked out by Willie Nelson.
Yeah, there's a fighter. I think that was the first person to knock him out. Heard was I believe the second time he got smoked. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pulling for Tony Harrison. I want him to win, but realistically, Zoo by knockout is probably going to be the most popular outcome. I'll say.
And
I
it's
don't.
Australia too. Shit, nigga, you better not go over there and get your ass knocked down from all them Australians like that, man. That
I
shit's
mean,
like crazy.
I hope not. I hope he's tightened up, made some adjustments, worked on his tank and his defense and all that. I mean, his last fight he looked super good against Sergio Garcia. He cleared him. That dude didn't get a single round, and that was an undefeated fight. That dude was 33-0.
Who just
So
made Fundora look human?
right, who I've like exactly, they arguably beat Fandora, arguably outboxed the bigger dude. So we got to see, man. But again, that dude couldn't really punch. Zoo was wild. He's very rugged. He's very durable, even though he can be knocked down. So we got to see, man. We got to see. I'm pulling for Tony though. I really am.
Yeah, but back to Benavidez versus Plant. Um, they both look like they're in shape. Benavidez already looks like he looks big as fuck. To be honest, he looks really
Yeah,
big.
yeah, and it's good because he don't seem fat this time. He don't seem like he's going to miss weight. He seems like he's been doing what he's supposed to do, being responsible, training, eating right, shit like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it do. But yeah, Benavidez is huge, and again, like I don't know what about this most recent performance makes Plant look like some ultimate badass, but like
Because like
okay,
that D Hive, it's what you done lately, and they like the fact that he knocked out Darrell.
like even in that fight, they're so enamored by the knockout they forgot to watch the fight. Even in that fight, when Darrell was actually punching with Caleb Plant, he was landing and Caleb Plant was moving around. So it's like, all right, like what you gonna? I'm like David again. His offense is his defense. So what you gonna do when he punches with you besides get hit and fall over?
He said he got it, but I don't know, man. I feel. Do you feel like Plant's too comfortable? Like I said, he just had a baby, and you know he hasn't fought. Actually, he just fought. He fought Darrell, but like I'm saying, he is a little. I feel like he got a little comfortable because when it comes to starting a new family and getting this money from fighting Canelo Alvarez, do you think that he's going to be willing to go into a dogfight with Benavidez if it came down to it, or he's going to weigh out his options and say, you know what, I got some good change in the family, I'm not going to risk that shit and just quit
He,
on the stool.
I'm not sure he's gonna quit on the stool. I think Breadman is the type to save him because Breadman saved Chiron. So and yeah, so I don't think he's gonna be in a position where he has to quit on the stool. Breadman will stop it. And to be honest, like I remember you was talking about how you like it when fighters are aggressive and talk their shit and say what's on their chest. Again, to the smaller guy, yeah, to the smaller guy, you Billy Badass, but the Benavidez is all this respect and oh well, I think you're a good fighter too. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Are he calling
Like
you
I
all types?
like I told you on Twitter, yeah, nigga, he know that David Benavidez is not no motherfucking Canelo. He looked at Canelo like, okay, maybe I can get off on his little ass.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't care what people say. That was the more winnable fight. This shit, I would be legitimately shocked if you won. Like outboxing Canelo, Amir Khan was outboxing Canelo. That's not a fucking difficult thing to do because Canelo ain't some master boxer. But with this,
Nigga,
but
if it came down to it, if we're getting the same exact pay, let's say, if you had to choose between fighting Canelo and Benavidez, and you're getting the same amount of pay and all that, would you fight Canelo or would you fight Benavidez?
I'll fight Canelo because I'm bigger than Canelo. I'm bigger, and there's less of a chance that he'll fucking hurt me. Benavidez is big as hell and throws a lot of damn punches. That's like Canelo versus Morrell Jr. Like, what you think? Canelo ain't hospitalizing niggas like that.
I know. If you, bro, I'm telling you, this boxing world's so crazy, bro, because you can say that, D Hive, and then go on Twitter and say, I think Morrell will be a harder fight than Canelo. And folks will be like, what? Did you see Canelo's resume against Billy Joe Saunders?
People gonna learn that resume bullshit. Like, how many times do you need to see? Bivol hadn't fought anybody as talented as the people that Canelo fought, and guess what? Whooped his ass with a simple 1-2. Did nothing special. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 all night. I don't even think he threw a decent hook or uppercut in there. Just jab straight right, jab straight right. What's up, pretty voice boys?
Folks,
Yes,
folks trying to eat fucking Bivol's nuts, nigga. He did not have a better performance against Canelo than Floyd Mayweather did. What the fuck?
that's true. I don't know who said that shit.
Them fucking Canelo fucking fans. Canelo
Okay,
fans. Because they try to make it seem like, oh, this was just, this an off night for Canelo, man.
an off night. Every time this nigga lose, he lowers his competition significantly.
And you guys justify the fuck out of it. Like John Ryder, bro.
It's weird. It's weird. Like first, like I don't know, man. Like first they're talking about, oh, well, John Ryder might have beat Callum Smith at one point. That sounds good, but so far he's lost 5 fucking times and never been a champion. This is a step down. This is a step down from old man Triple G. This is crazy.
But you know what they're gonna say? Well, he did beat Jacobs, and Jacobs, Jacobs is that guy because we made him that guy because he lost to Canelo and fucking really edged it out against Triple G.
Yeah, yeah. None of these people gave a fuck about Jacobs after he got smoked by Dmitry Pirog with one punch. Nobody gave a fuck about him. He lost a very close decision to Triple G. All of a sudden, oh, he's a top rated middleweight. Again, when you're a black fighter, you get no respect until you get your ass whooped. It's just like all these dudes all of a sudden want to give Fulton some credit. Yeah, you're only giving Fulton credit because you think Inoue is going to beat him. And you're already making up this bullshit ass story about how, oh, well, see, Inoue's on the P4P list because of this, and Fulton can't be on it because of that. It's the same thing they're doing with Devin Haney and Lomachenko.
And D Hive, they got upset with me when I said this. I said, nigga, how the fuck? The math is not. It's not mathing. How is Anui number one pound for pound on your list, and Fulton is not even on that list with you guys? And y'all say that fight is a 50-50 fight. Something is not adding up here.
Yeah, it's the same as that dude talking about, oh, well, see, if Loma clips Devin, he's automatically P4P number one. But if vice versa, Devin clips Loma, he doesn't even get to be above number 5. How the fuck
Fuck
do you
does
think
that even
that?
work?
Yeah, it's all
You know what
bullshit.
it's called? I'm white and I say so.
Yeah, again, just
That's
it's
what the fuck it is because they just there's no logic behind that shit. It's just that what I say fucking goes.
yeah. My thing is, if you want to be prejudiced, that's fine. Just get it out there so I know not to talk to you, not to take you seriously. You just walking around saying dumb shit like there's real criteria for these pound for pound lists. It's whoever the fuck is popular. Again, like what's going to happen? Like when one of those Japanese dudes gets another world title, or if Kazuta Ioka unifies, y'all gonna make him number one pound for pound, top 3 just because he's small. Like y'all be talking about niggas just because people in America don't care about them, and that's not a good excuse. It's what have you actually done? What work have you put in? So far, Inoue is pound for pound number one best fighter in the world according to some of y'all for knocking off Donaire. Meanwhile, niggas like Walters, who smoked him in 6 rounds, got no respect
Did you?
until when? Until they lost to Lomachenko.
There's niggas on Twitter that got upset at me because this nigga had to make a whole fucking paragraph with multiple threads on the tweet saying that a lot of people say Donaire was old and past his prime when he fought what's his name. But if you take a quick look at this footage here, Donaire wasn't that old when he fought Anui. I'm like, bro, the fact that you guys had to fucking make this piece about justifying this motherfucker his age lets you know that it's full of shit. It's made up, bro. Being,
Yes, this
being number one on the planet, it shouldn't even be disputed because when Floyd Mayweather was number one, was it really a dispute?
not at all. Just like when De La Hoya was number one, when Mosley was number one, when Hopkins was number one, when Marquez was number one, when these dudes are pound for pound number one, there was no question they were the best fighter on the planet. Motherfuckers got to get on Twitter and put on a Supreme Court case worth of evidence and all this shit trying to justify. I'm like, bro, every single name, all the names, even the ones that went on to become unified champion after they fought anyway, they were all 90% of them were old. His best four fucking wins were old and it already had the ass whooped. And you're telling me that's the best fighter on the planet just because he's small and you feel that people in America don't pay enough attention to him? Because I'm done with the weight class discussion. Niggas keep talking about that moving up in weight bullshit. Just cut the crap, all right?
Cut
You're,
it.
like you're telling me that Canelo would have had an easier time at 154 than he did at 168. Like, dude, people do that to avoid smoke all the fucking time. I'm not saying he did that because he was ducking anybody. All I'm saying is that if you're moving up in weight and consistently not fighting any fucking body, why should we care about you? Like if Munguia gets another belt at 160 off of like if he had fought Murata and got another belt, would he be pound for pound? No, that wouldn't make any fucking sense. Just like if Bivol went up to cruiserweight and started laying waste to everybody, ain't nobody up there. So what the fuck you getting credit for? Some goddamn bullshit. Oh, that dude is weird. He's like he's one of Lomachenko's biggest fucking fans. A motherfucker probably never even set foot in the damn Ukraine. Talking about I'm part Ukrainian. Oh well, sucks for you.
Oh yeah, you talk about the weirdos who be getting upset. Man, I got a lot of haters too. They be on some weird shit. But my guy Boxing Pro, he fucking eats at that guy. It's just crazy. I don't even want to give that fucking clown no energy. So let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, that dude's fucking weird.
Anyways, uh, what do you think about Fulton versus Anui happening in Japan and fans saying that we gotta quit, we gotta keep our eyes on things because we don't want your brother to get cheated out there. What do you think about people saying that and fans saying, "Well, you blacks need to stop complaining"?
First of all, it doesn't matter who you want to win or it doesn't matter who you believe is going to win. If you're an American citizen and you're not supporting Stephen Fulton for the dub, I'm looking at you sideways. There's a difference between predicting that he wins or not. Like, like for example, Tony Harrison. I want him to beat Zoo. I'm not sure that he does, and I can say that out loud. But I'm rooting for Tony Harrison because he's the fucking American. If you're an American citizen and you're not supporting Stephen Fulton in Japan and you have like no attachment to Japan at all, like you're not even an ounce Japanese, I'm looking at you fucking sideways. Cause why? Now, next, yes, I do believe that they should have some precautions because Inoue is easily the most famous Japanese boxer like ever at this point. The way you niggas hype him up, like the fucking Pacquiao of Japan. You would think Japan never produced a boxer before. So yeah, I'd say he definitely has to watch his ass. If they were over there doing that rap shit that made Donaire uncomfortable, I wouldn't be shocked if they had something for Stephen Fulton. I mean, I understand the Allen says that they're honorable and all that stuff, but this is about money. This is about pride. This is about a lot of stuff. And not to mention, this is Inoue's coming out party. There's a massive opportunity here. This Inoue is fighting easily the most talented American, like below lightweight. And the fact that he's black means that if he clips him, he gets an instant American fan base. Instant American fan base. Niggas that have never watched Inoue before will now watch all his fights. So that's a lot on the line right there.
It definitely is. So yeah, and we just got to make sure things are on the up and up because Even what's his name, Donaire's people complain about the way he stacks his raps and shit or whatever.
Yeah, and the way that Fulton's side agreed to everything so fast kind of has me worried. Or at the very least, I hope they stack their raps the same way. Shit, I mean, if Donaire, he had that knowledge, he should have known what's up. So I hope that Fulton and this team stack his raps the same way if it's allowed. But something tells me that all of a sudden everything gonna be cool this time. No double stack rapping or whatever in the contract. I don't know.
Just got to keep an eye out. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that, Anui's not an honorable fighter, but we got to think about the surroundings, people around the situation, people who are betting a lot of money on this fight. And all we can pray for is a great fight. You know what I'm saying? A nice, clean fight. As we can see with this sport, it's not so clean. You see, the WBC allowed Conor Ben to be back on the rankings.
Yeah, bro. Eddie Hearn figures if Canelo, excuse me, Eddie Hearn figures that if Canelo can pay the motherfucker, so can I. Why do you think the undisputed is not happening? People want to talk all this bullshit about Heyman, but Eddie Hearn is actively obstructing, with in coordination with the WBC, actively obstructing 175. Why do you think he keep talking about fucking what's the name, Bivol versus Boazzi? Boazzi isn't shit. He's some random ass Olympian that Hearn keeps like. Hearn is running some pimp game. Keep telling all these motherfuckers, "Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna take you to the top, baby. You're gonna be a star, baby." He keeps saying that to everybody, and now he got to fuck up the sports to make sure he keeps through his word. He's been talking about making Bivol versus Boazzi for a year and a half, and now he finally getting ready to do it. Because Canelo not getting ready to fight no Bivol. That's a fucking excuse me. That's a waste of fucking time. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
They're gonna fight again. I feel like they're gonna fight at 168.
That's a
Because
possibility. But
where's
in
the
the
money?
meantime, in
Where's the
between
money at
time,
for Bivol? Where's the money at for Bivol?
well, I mean, he could fight better, be it, but it's not as much as Canelo.
It's not as much as Canelo, and you think about like, man, fuck.
The next best fight, honestly, would have to be like somebody like a Benavidez or a Benavidez or a Charlo going up to 175 or fighting him at 168. Those could do some comparable numbers, especially because people believe that Bivol is a god now. People even think that Bivol washes better beef, and I'm like, where are y'all?
Bro,
I'm like,
nigga, I
where are
just
y'all
watch.
getting
I
this
just
from?
hi- I just watched highlights of Canelo versus Better Beef. I mean Bivol, and I thought to myself, like, bro, nigga, a lot of them punches you were throwing were fucking not even landing. If so, that shit was just rolling on Canelo. Like you put pressure on him, but it's not the same type of pressure we just seen Benavidez. I mean, not Benavidez. Better Beef put on Yard. You know, it's not that type of shit. It's like I don't know. Can you say the guy is pillow fisted?
No, he's not. He's not pillow fisted. He's just a pure boxer that hasn't shaken the amateur style. Bivol is actively trying to score points. He's not trying to harm you. He's not trying to knock you out. He's trying to score points and win the rounds, and that's perfectly fine. But Better Biev, the thing y'all gotta understand is that Better Biev is going to punch with Bivol. He's not going to sit on the ropes. He's not going to cover up his face like a bitch and then wave him over and be like, "Come on, that didn't hurt." No, Better Biev is going to be punching. And I mean, I guess y'all have faith in Bivol's chin, but his chin has never really been tested. And the one time it was, he had to hold the ropes to get back to his corner, and that was by Joe Smith Jr., who he went all 12 with. Better be have smoked him in less than 2 rounds. So it's like y'all keep automatically Bivol just washes Better be. Okay, again, that sounds good, but recency bias is a motherfucker. Ain't nobody just washing Better be if Better be has never been washed. And as y'all notice, he made adjustments. When
He
yards actually
definitely
started
did.
yeah, when Yard started to hurt him, he got back on his jab and used his legs to move around the ring. So he understands that he's getting
It's
older.
crazy because what I noticed in that fight is that even though Yard will clip him with a good shot, it's like Better View said, "All right, you just hit me, but now I gotta fucking just turn up real quick." And Yard just didn't have no response for that shit.
Yeah, yeah, and also another thing is that Better Biev is going to go to Bivol's body. Nobody's ever gone to Bivol's body. Better Biev is going to go to his body hard to take some of the wind out of his sails, and he already doesn't punch, and he already doesn't sit on any of his punches. So people just saying, "Oh, it's going to be a boxing clinic." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm not sure where y'all getting this from. Like, better be if can't box. It's like the dudes who say Tank can't box. I'm like, just because someone is a very vicious puncher doesn't mean they have no boxing skill. Like you can tell people haven't boxed or haven't been in any street fights, but knocking a human being out is difficult, especially an adult male. It's a very difficult thing.
especially one that's sober.
Exactly. Knocking out drunk dudes after the club ain't shit. A sober person that's active, prepared, knows they're about to be engaged, and is trying to hurt you, with all that adrenaline, it's incredibly difficult to knock them out.
That's like you said, with all that adrenaline too.
Yeah. So yeah, people keep thinking all this shit is it's clear. Better be have showed his age and he's gonna. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He fought a significantly younger, larger, faster, stronger opponent and knocked him the fuck out. How is that showing his age? Like I again, like this
You know how they
all.
say it's showing his age? It's showing his age because he got a little. Can you say he was hurt in that fight?
Hell yeah, y'all landed some good shit. Just didn't do enough. Yo,
Because from what I've seen, is that yeah, he did get hit with some shit and it popped his head back, but I would say his recovery time is still pretty good, unless he just got one of the best poker faces in boxing.
well, this is why this is one of the moments where people got to understand where skill comes in and why Wilder gets so much credit. Yard is strong enough to knock Better Biev unconscious. He's just not skilled enough to apply the power in a manner that gets it done. That's why whenever he got him hurt, he couldn't capitalize. Whenever he had him wobble, he couldn't cut the ring off. Whenever he was able to back him up, he couldn't press the action forward. He's simply not skilled enough to be able to do that against someone like Better Biev. So that's why dudes like Wilder and Tank and all the other punchers need more respect because they are talented boxers because it's difficult. It requires good punch selection and good boxing ability to be able to stop an opponent unless you just get a lucky out of the way of the shot, but don't nobody get lucky 30, 40 times. Like it doesn't make no sense. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Bivol can't win. I'm just saying all the people automatically picking him. It's like y'all always do this. Someone has a decent performance. Oh, I'm automatically picking. Like what? He lost. He won maybe 2 rounds maximum. The fuck? Because and keep in mind he did worse than Marcus Brown. People are acting like he did better
You
than
think he
Marcus
did
Brown.
worse than Marcus Brown?
Yes, he only lasted 8 rounds.
The reason why I feel like he did better than Marcus Brown is because he did hurt Better Beef. Marcus Brown didn't hurt Better Beef.
But Marcus Brown won more rounds.
You could say that. Ultimately, they
He
both got
did.
knocked out.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, Better Biev was concerned about the cut stopping the fight because Marcus Brown was up on the cards. Better Biev was at no point concerned that he had to like box his ass off because Yar was winning. He kept the same pace the entire time. Was in the ring jumping, had good cardio. You could. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were like 3 moments where Yard had him hurt, but other than that, like Better Biev wasn't tripping. He wasn't worried about losing the match or anything. So, like I said, recency
Better
bias.
Beef told Yard that this was his hardest fight.
It was. He took the most damage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I guess it is what it is. What are we even arguing about? Who lost the best?
Yeah, that's true. I just my whole point bringing it back to Benavidez and Caleb Plant is that people take boxing is physics in motion, and there's a lot of things that are predictable, but most of it is not. Especially when all the variables of limbs flying and people moving and stuff like that. So boxing is physics in motion. Is nothing is certain until it happens. Everything else is just speculation. But people see one thing and then draw this definitive conclusion. Like it's just like no, there's still possibilities that other stuff can happen. Like for example, I'm not ruling Caleb Plant out. I'm just saying based on what I've seen him in his max capabilities, I believe, and even with the knockout, I don't see him being able to do that to Benavidez. I don't. The whole wind up punch. I mean, that was more Darrell not taking Plant seriously than anything. And I don't think Benavidez is going to do that. I don't think Benavidez is going to underestimate his power, especially the way I keep talking up this fucking knockout. He's going to pay attention to it, you know. So we'll see.
Benavidez said, I'm about to send your ass to the motherfucking hospital. What you think about that? Statements like that.
and that's why one of the reasons I believe he's going to win. He's going to try to run Caleb down from the very beginning. He's going to get him in the corner, and we all know how Caleb likes to strike a pose in the fucking Philly show. David's going to put all types of hands on his ass, like doing that with Canelo when he's just stopping on the ropes and shit. I hope he got a better strategy than that because he's going to lose. Like he'll either get knocked out or lose on points because David going to throw 50,000 punches around.
You think he's gonna get knocked out like Deontay Wilder, one punch knockout, or you think it's gonna be like a accumulation of several punches, and they're gonna be like, all right, stop this shit.
No, it's gonna be an accumulation. David ain't no one punch dude, so it's gonna be a steady
That's
diet.
always the worst.
Yeah, it's
When
yeah,
everybody just know you get your ass whipped, and you look at it, and then you gotta have that look on your face, like, what? Why you
yeah,
stopping?
yeah. It's gonna be a steady ass whooping. It's gonna be a lot. It's probably gonna be like Fandora versus fucking Lubin, to be honest. That's really what it's gonna look like. Like I said, he's gonna be getting his ass whooped steady, losing most of the rounds because he doesn't throw enough punches and doesn't step around. He might get one good knockdown in, but after that, he's gonna wear his ass out. That's it.
So, yeah, man, that's just tough. I like Caleb Plant, man, but you think Caleb Plant gonna be on this friendly shit in the ring? Also, you're a really good fighter,
I fucking hope not.
because I
Yeah,
ain't forget about that shit.
because if Caleb Plant tries to talk to Benavidez gonna punch him in his mouth. He's not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, whoa." Canelo used that time to get his breath back. Benavidez got Benavidez got a good gas tank. People think, "Oh, because he's fat, he's blah blah blah." I'm like, no, but his gas tank is good. It's just like Tyson Fury's fat, but his gas tank is good.
Yeah,
So
crazy how they both pop dirty for peds. I mean, not peds, fucking cocaine.
right. So and that's another thing. People keep talking about David's weight issue. The fact that David might not even come in at 168, might be heavier, that doesn't increase Plant's chances. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? That's one of the reasons why David is so hard to beat because he used to be a fat ass kid. He used to be 300 pounds. So you got a dude who should be fighting at heavyweight, fighting making 168. This is not like that shit. Don't help Caleb. I'm not sure where you dudes got that shit from, but it does not help him. It really doesn't.
Hey,
You know, you know what helps Caleb Plant's game?
Hmm.
The fans being on his side. He might get a little confidence.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I hope he tries something. I'm curious as to what Breadman is going to bring to the table. Because a lot of people keep talking about, oh, he's got Breadman now, so now it's all good. The fuck, Breadman couldn't coach J Rock against fucking Rosario. And keep in mind, at the time, Rosario had got knocked out by J Rock's fucking leftovers. Rosario got smoked by somebody that J Rock beat easily. So when they talk about all of Breadman's expertise, I'm just like, okay, sounds great, niggas. Sounds great.
When did Breadman become this guy?
I have no fucking idea. He coached Plant to knock out Darrell, who wasn't taking Plant seriously, in there bullshitting around at the end of his career trying to get a check, and suddenly he's the goddamn messiah. Like I'm just recency bias. I've never I've never seen people so hyped. Like if they like Caleb Plant, that's great. You can like him all you want, but the fact of the matter is he's going to get ran over. He's going to get ran over. It's going to be violent. It's going to be a long, sustained ass whooping. There's not a lot that could be done, and it's okay.
But I like Plant though. I really do.
And there's nothing wrong with liking him. That's just keep
But
it
he gonna
real.
get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it goes the distance, cool, but I don't think he's winning that either.
now I gotta defend my man Breadman real quick. What's up, guys?
How you
Uh,
doing, Jay?
what up? Now
What's poppin'?
Breadman, I think Plant got a better corner than Benavidez. His dad. I mean, just look at the other fighters on that stable, bro. Like Raul Valenzuela. I know you've seen his last fight. Come on
Yeah.
now.
That exposed the camp for real. That's going
Um,
because that deep. Let's keep it 1,000, man. Defense is not something they working on in that camp.
And I'll be honest with you, another red flag was he basically what do you call it when you throw your okay, he threw his fighter under the bus, saying, he wasn't in camp enough or he wasn't dedicated. I mean, you could have just said, hey man, it wasn't his night. And then like behind the scenes, you go off on him and you tell him like, bro, if you want to do this, you gotta be 100% in. But I don't think it's good for you to throw your fighters under the bus to the public. But I digress.
What
Uh,
you say,
Go ahead,
yo,
bro.
Art? When you gonna put the new piece of a T-shirt? Hey, Kev, it's on my website right now. Artmanapparel.com, man. I got some good shit on my website now. Artmanapparel.com. Matter of fact, let me go get that link. But y'all keep on cooking.
I agree that Breadman is a more knowledgeable coach than Benavidez Senior. I agree that he has a better history and coached, and has a better success record as a coach. I'm saying for this specific matchup, just based on the capabilities that I've seen both fighters, I don't see Caleb Plant being able to do anything. When it comes to the
Uh,
boxing shit, sure he can try to box, but Benavidez throws far more punches, and by virtue of that, he's going to land more often. Benavidez is stalking. Sometimes he struggles to cut the ring off. He follows his targets as opposed to stepping over. But the thing is, he can do that for 12 rounds, and he doesn't lose any power.
yeah.
So and as far as banging on the inside, that would just be handing your ass to Benavidez, basically. So
Hey, unless unless Caleb got Karen type of stamina, I don't see this man going 12 rounds. Or if he
And
is
he
going to go
don't.
12
And
rounds,
that's the
yeah.
crazy. He don't got that shit, man.
he don't. He
And
stops. This dude will get in the Philly shell and strike a pose. this
man,
Right.
nigga,
you know what's so crazy,
nigga's done,
man?
bro.
I was looking at that yard fight too, and I was thinking to myself, like, what's up with these fighters today, bro? Like, why
He
these
hit,
niggas be so
he hit that.
gassed?
He
Like
hit
in the
that. He hit that
early
TFP mode.
rounds.
Well, Yard has always been a big ass dude. Yard is fucking huge. But yeah, they don't, bro. Yard doesn't do no sparring. You can't condition for boxing without sparring anyone. He does no sparring. He probably hits the treadmill, does some fucking mountain climbers, does a few fucking muscle ups, and then that's it. He does no
Hold up,
sparring.
hold up. Aren't you the person that said that Marcus Brown will put up a better fight than Yard
We just talked
could?
about
I
it.
did.
He basically he Beehive explained on earlier on the show. He basically
He
said that
Oh,
he did.
that he had a better performance. And
He
my
you
did.
argument
tripping.
was, how did he have a better performance if Marcus Brown didn't hurt Better Beef?
And I responded with Marcus Brown won more rounds, and Marcus Brown lasted longer. That's all.
That's because Yardy wasn't in there trying to win rounds. He was trying to knock this motherfucker out, and he almost did.
Hey, you don't
He
get
wasn't
credit.
scared. Like Marcus Brown, let's be real, bro. He realized he couldn't hurt this motherfucker, and all that little boxing shit wasn't working because he Better was cutting off the ring. So his time was, what do you call it, borrowed? Yeah, his time was borrowed, bro. And
It's like he
and not and
accepted
he
defeat.
lost way worse than Yardy. Yardy got like his corner had to stop it. This nigga quit.
That's true, he did. But I'm gonna tell you this: if Yard fought like he was more afraid of Better BS power, I guarantee he probably would have went the distance and he would have won more rounds. So you saying that about Marcus Brown doesn't really help Yard's
I
case.
don't think so because he wouldn't even try to engage with him if he fought scary.
But that's
He
fine.
nigga,
But
he the only reason why he landed on Better Beef because he said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna start throwing some shit." And what he
What,
do, he
what,
threw
yeah,
that right hand down
but
the
he was
middle,
but
and
he
that
was
shit
loaded.
cocked fucking Better. Look, he literally punched Better Beef in his face with that right hand, and Better Beef started leaking right after, not from a head, but from a cut.
But he was
I ain't never
sitting.
seen that man backed up before.
But he
Better
was.
be.
Show have it,
He
show
was.
have it.
Nah, I've seen him back. He got backed up by nails once or twice. But
No,
no, the
I
thing
probably
is,
haven't. No,
the
I'm saying I haven't because I haven't really watched too many of his fight.
right, yeah, he's only had 19 fights. But the thing is too, if Yard hadn't have sat down on every little punch and just focused on scoring and conserving his energy from moving around, like I said, you can call that fighting scared, but having more concern for Better Be His power as opposed to trying to get him out of there, that would have gotten him. That would have he would have lasted more rounds. He probably would have
Dang,
went the distance, and he would have won more rounds. I'm telling you.
he was, yeah, he was nervous as hell that first round. He was doing a little bit too much moving.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
He was
called
just
that shit. I
jittery
was
and
like, I ain't gonna lie. When I seen that shit, I was like, oh yeah.
he
I
was
kind of knew. Look. It's like this, yo. Like I said, it's either he knocks him out or he's gonna get broken down and get knocked out, and that's exactly what happens, man. It's like around like a certain round where he hurt Better Beef and try to follow Better Beef to the corner, and Better Beef fucking just launched this fucking straight right hand.
And
bro,
he already ate that shit. I said, yo, this fight is about to be over.
bro,
His
bro.
body's not gonna be able to take this
He,
shit for too long.
he was like Rashidi. He was like Rashidi Ellis at the start of the Via fight. All that twitching and twerking and moving. It's like, oh, just calm down.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, no. Rasheed else had to do that shit, bro. Trust me. Vila, that's you gotta do that shit with him. Unless you like a Virgil Ortiz or a Boots Ennis and you got firepower to deal with him. Rasheed don't got the type of firepower to deal with Villa, so he had to move.
well, I was saying that Rashidi should have invested that movement in his jab and his head movement to, to keep his feet moving around the ring. He went in there and was gyrating right in front of the nigga. He was gyrating and not moving. It's like, what the fuck is that? Move your legs,
No.
not your torso.
Yeah.
Move your ass. Don't move your chest. That does nothing. He can still hit you in the body. Move your legs.
But Yardy is like a Ferrari being driven by a impaired person. Tunde, I'm dead ass, bro. Tunde, Tunde is a horrible coach, bro. That's why these motherfuckers come to the states and get the coaches from us because we produce the best coaches. Like even Fury realized that shit. Like, can you imagine the wonders Derek James could do with Yardy?
Man, though this
I'm
I
not.
feel like it's too late, but I get what you're saying though, bro.
I'm not
It's
gonna
like,
lie.
man, what the fuck?
That's the first trainer I thought of, and
Yeah.
simply because Yard don't have the gas tank, but gas tank can be trained over time. You just gotta lose some of that goddamn muscle. I'm eating so much beef or whatever.
You know what
But
was
Yeah.
pissing me off the most about Yard's performance is that he kept on doing like this thing where he's like reaching over your punch and trying to like kind of
he's
slap a hook.
he punches over his toes.
Yeah, like it's not like he's trying to like he's sitting down on that motherfucker throwing the right hook. He's like he has his pinky toes up and he's trying to slap you with a right hook and
That's
dip under it. Like, and I'm
that's
like, what
that's
is
that
that, bro?
that's that tune day. That's that like Cosarito said. That's that tune day training. And when Better Be was launching at his ass after he popped out the corner, he hit that lame ass Teofimo Philly shot. I said, "Oh my god, this nigga's done, bro."
Hey, that's the difference.
I said,
Hey,
"Oh
see,
my god."
hey, see, that's the difference between certain fighters from different parts of the world. Like fighters from Mexico, even like Eastern Europe and some parts here in America, like we gonna fight to our shit. They gonna fight to the shield, like until like you gotta kill me type of shit. In the UK, like they're much more willing to quit, throwing the towel, like and you know and it
That's what
makes sense.
most
You
of
gotta
the
save your fighter, but it's just different cultures, bro.
well, it's not even different cultures. It comes down to raw mathematics. To find a quality fighter over in England is very rare. Their stables are limited as fuck. Like Yard is Tunde's only fucking meal ticket. If that
Hey,
nigga gets
bro.
wasted and broke off, Tunde will starve. So
Hey, when I say that shit, they bring me with the same line every time. Hey, man, but a UK man came over there
and
and
be
took out your
wilder.
king.
Yeah, that's all they fucking say. And it's like, yeah, the one nigga with mob support. Okay, cool. Then bring the rest of them. And then they'll be like, no, no, because bring Josh Taylor over here. His ass gets whooped. Fucking and I'm not talking about the Jose Ramirez fight. Fight somebody real. He wouldn't even beat Regis again, if we're being honest with ourselves.
And
But
then they say, "Oh, and we run the heavyweight division. You guys don't have anything above 175 or well, actually, I think it was
Yeah,
168
that's their
no,
or
favorite line.
160.
You
but
Negroes are not above
but the British,
168.
Why
Like,
yeah,
why do
no,
we
what
have
the
to
fuck?
ignore everything below 160? Like, did they
no,
not exist or something?
no, but them British, no, hold up, them British niggas can't take credit for the Russians and the
They
Ukrainians. Nah,
are.
I can't, I
That's
can't,
true.
I can't stand that bullshit. I remember when AJ first got his ass whooped by Usyk. I predicted Usyk would win by decision, and motherfuckers from the UK were telling me my boy lost. What? Because this nigga's black, he's my boy. No, nigga, your boy lost. Y'all
Lost
had three of the
Exposing
belts.
themselves, bro.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. They don't give a fuck about the flag or any of that bullshit. Yo, yeah, this man AJ got his ass whooped for 75% of the heavyweight division by a fucking cruiserweight. Nah, nigga, your boy lost. Because if he had some real training, he would have known what to do and been able to toss Usyk's dumbass around the ring and not let him
Put
get no shit
matter of
off.
fact, put our boy in there against motherfucking Usyk Wilder. We want that shit.
Yeah, no, they don't want that
Bro,
because Usyk will get
the-
laid
these
the fuck
niggas,
out.
these niggas, AJ and Yardy, I feel like stop trying to look cute for Instagram, bro. Like you don't need all that shit to box. You really don't. Like it look good for IG, but it don't. It's not gonna help you in the ring. Clearly,
Yeah,
Stop
both of
all
y'all
this
have the same
friendly ass
issue.
shit too that y'all niggas is doing,
yeah, the
bro.
whole the hoes love it, but in reality, it gets your ass whooped. All that muscle, it makes you gas out.
Yeah.
So yeah. So they got to be conscious of that. But yeah,
I mean, it's
no,
one thing to be ripped. It's one thing to be ripped. Like Earl Spence was ripped. Like, but
yeah,
he's not bulky. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't
yeah.
know. It's hard.
Man, there's
No,
a video.
he's
There's
just
a
very
video
lean.
of Yarde training with Tunde, and he got like some white Adidas pants on. That nigga look like a straight up bodybuilder, fucking hitting the pads.
I'm telling you, he needs
And I'm like,
to
bro, what the fuck? Got the muscle gut and everything.
he needs to drop out of boxing and be a model before he ends up in a wheelchair.
I
Well,
Like
he ain't
mean,
real.
gonna be fighting no
ain't,
punches like
ain't
that
too
no
many
more.
better bees. I mean, that's bro.
But
If
what
you
can y'all
if
say though about Yard's fucking like his look at his route to getting the title shot? I mean, not route, but like his title shot opportunities. Fighting Kovalev and fighting Better Beef.
I mean,
Niggas
he.
is
you could
fighting
have
for vacant belts against weak ass niggas. That I would hate to be put in a predicament like that.
Well, no,
I
hold up.
mean,
We
he should have
can't
won
talk.
that Kovalev fight.
Yeah,
We
he
we
should have, but
we
still.
can't talk too much shit because Yard is. If you look at Yard's resume, his routes to the title have been pretty chill. He hasn't had to go through a lot of like super tough opposition whenever he's in line for a title. But look at between Lyndon his Lyndon Arthur loss and Better Be. Look at the niggas he was fighting. He was getting them easy buckets. He wasn't doing no shit like Lubin, where he actually had to like fight certified competition to get back in the title position, where it's actual risk. He wasn't doing anything like Danny Garcia or Tony Harrison was doing. He in between title shots, he even fighting some marks. He even fighting some straight marks. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, his route to the titles was so hard. Like, nah, he's been getting a bunch of easy ass buckets. And again, that's
I
because
ain't saying his routes to the title is hard. I'm saying the people he's fighting for the belt is hard.
oh, absolutely, his two title attempts were a bitch. Even though that Kovalev fighting, I mean, yeah, that's he should have had that, but what?
Yeah,
Got yeah, wah.
almost don't count.
Right.
I
That
like
fight is
Yarde,
another.
man.
It reminds me of Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. It's like where you were put in there to beat the old nigga, but the old nigga got off on your ass somehow.
I don't really think that, bro. Manny Pacquiao made that fight happen after he watched Keith fight Josito Lopez. I don't know if y'all remember that fight, but Josito Lopez hurt Keith Thurman real bad. Like
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he
I
slapped the
yeah,
remember,
shit out of him.
but I do remember that was a fight that Keith Thurman was out the ring for like what, like 2 years,
I
two three
hmm
remember.
years.
I remember Steve Willis's reaction was famous when Josito Lopez slapped the shit out of him. He was like, "Woo, shit!" He was
yep,
like, "Oh," because Josito Lopez has never been good. He's been trash. He had like what 6, 7 losses at the time. He was in
yeah.
there.
Keith was out of it for a second, like, and then after that, I think Manny Pacquiao people was like, okay, he's kind of ripe for the picking, and
Yeah,
he's got a big name, so
yeah,
Yeah, let's.
he was like he ain't one time. He got a fucking majority decision on Josito Lopez. We can get that.
Hell
yeah.
yeah. And Keith Thurman was talking big shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. I'm about to
Fucking
Yeah,
do
I am
this.
interesting a little bit with the Keith and Earl fight. Is I've never seen Earl fight a fighter that has good lateral movement. And
Me
you say what
neither.
you want about Keith. Keith do got some decent lateral movement.
Sean Porter don't have lateral movement.
Yeah, but he don't really use it for defense though. Like, he's mostly he's very aggressive, especially in the Earl Spence fight. He was very aggressive as
That's
usual.
true. Keith Thurman get touched. He'll two step his way the fuck out of there.
I like this fight because fucking uh this is the second FBA this nigga Errol Spence is fighting.
Yeah.
Mhm. It says something about niggas that don't want to fight other niggas.
Right. Hey, Keith is FBA.
He
Yep.
half.
Half, but
Hey,
you know.
so you could have fooled me. Oh, hey, that's a.
His pops is black for sure.
I'm just kidding. I knew that. I was like, that's an
Oh.
undercover brother, man. We don't know what the hell he is.
That type. He's on that. He's on that type.
You ain't hear Keith Thurman Martin Luther King I had a dream speech?
Oh my lord.
He's on that. He's on that Tiger Woods type of time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's irritating as fuck, but yeah, he is black.
Yeah,
I
motherfucking fight though.
Oh yeah, and Errol fought Lamont Peterson and Sean Porter. Yeah, so that's 3 FBAs. And how many Oh, well, Bud fought Lundy. I mean, he's decent.
Heck Lundy is fucking terrible. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry
know,
for
right?
whoever likes. I'm sorry for
Sean
whoever
Porter.
likes Heck Lundy.
Sean
He's
Porter. Yeah,
fucking
okay.
horrible. Kell Brook is
That's-
half black, but he's not FBA at all.
He's
He's definitely not
Kell
FBA.
Brook. Speaking of Kell Brook, did you see this motherfucker tooting up on camera and then hit the shoulder shadow box after that shit?
Whoever was recording him needs to be killed immediately.
See,
Like, what the fuck?
I rock with the Brits like Yardy, not fucking Kell Brook. I'm not even talking about the cocaine and shit. It's got nothing to do with that. I rock with Yardy, and I'm just leave it at that.
I mean, the man has made millions of dollars. Everybody at that level parties with coke and whores. The thing is, though, is that why are people more upset about a retired motherfucker using coke than active motherfuckers using steroids? That's what I want to know. Why are people more upset about Kell Brook's retired, not active ass using his millions to buy some cocaine more than active fighters using fucking steroids? That's what I would like to know. How come
You
y'all
talking
are
about
not
Conor
on?
Ben?
I'm talking about Conor Ben, Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, Oscar Valdez, Luis Neri, all the motherfuckers that have
You
popped
you
dirty.
you want my honest opinion?
Huh?
I'm glad Conor Ben beat the case. You know
Why?
why? Because I want this nigga to get punished, bro. Like, and well, you got
He's
either put.
not. He's
No, no,
not.
I'm not talking about get punished there like by like banning his ass. I don't want that. I want him to put in there with Boots or Virgil.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Man, what
not,
you
bro.
think?
Eddie Hearn is gonna fucking have him. He's gonna be fighting in America pretty soon on
He gonna
somebody's undercard.
he gonna be fighting Josecito Lopez and fucking and if Jamal James loses his next fight, he'll fight him or some shit. Like, bro,
Bro,
like Eddie Hearn just spent millions of dollars to get this nigga off the hook. You think he gonna
hey,
sacrifice him immediately?
Right.
hey, y'all need to start listening to me, bro, because I be calling shit.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Remember, yeah, remember when I told y'all Eubanks and Conor Ben was a bullshit ass fight and it's set up for Conor to win
Yes.
because if you were paying attention, Eubanks was calling out YouTubers like Jake Paul. He's looking for a cash out because he knows he's basically done, and that was confirmed with the Liam Smith fight. Was he not the favorite for that fight? He was
against
the
Conor
favorite.
against Conor
Yeah,
Ben?
yeah. I
I
thought
don't
people
I
thought, oh,
don't
Conor
remember.
Ben is
I don't,
taking a big risk. Conor Ben is fighting a big. Like, come on, bro. No, he's not
I
taking a big risk.
he wasn't taking a big risk because he was weight draining Eubank. If Conor Ben was going
Yeah,
up to 160 or whatever, then maybe I give him some credit. But no, he's weight draining him to 152. So
the
no,
niggas. Yeah, he's
I didn't think that
washed.
was a big risk.
He's weight drained, and the niggas on the juice. He's guaranteed to win. Like, and you think Eddie Hearn's going to put in his most prized possession from the UK in a fight that he knows he can't win? Come on now, like be real.
Well,
Does that make any?
I don't think we disagree with you. We all know Conor Ben is under Eddie Hearn witness protection. Like I don't think we disagree with you on that point.
Oh no, not you. I'm talking about people that were trying to say Conor Ben is taking some big risk
Oh yeah,
to
that's
fight
that's
you.
that's fucking stupid. Conor Ben has never taken a risk in his fucking life. His biggest risk was Chris Algieri, a motherfucker that could cook but can't punch.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I
this
like
is
Chris Algieri as an analyst, but let's keep real. He couldn't punch. He couldn't punch to save his fucking life. So
no.
you know, as yeah. So no, I have no disagreements that Conor Ben's punk ass is going to be on witness protection for quite some time.
That's just
Definitely.
crazy how they just jumped up and try to like fool the people and say, man, he's not. He's innocent. But we ain't gonna provide no proof that he's innocent. But we just gonna scream that shit until you believe us. The
I
next thing you
mean,
know, he's gonna be fighting on fucking television again, on the zone again. I meant.
Bro, I would love nothing more than for that dude to get his ass whooped in brutal fashion in front of his pops.
actually, you
I'm
know what I
dead.
want? You know what I want? I want since Crawford is over there signing deals with Golden Boy and shit, they should put that in there. They should squeeze in a Conor Ben fight for old Crawford. Crawford should be able to take him out, right?
Eddie Hearn ain't gonna do that.
Why not?
Cause and if Conor Ben might want that. He might. I mean, I feel like most fighters want to fight each other, but Eddie Hearn, come on, man. He moves very strategically.
Crawford getting old. Green Beans put in some work. Stranger things have happened.
The thing is, I feel like right now, Bud Crawford, he's gonna go into the situation thinking that everybody wants to be his friend and all that. But reality, I feel like all these promoters now they want to know how can we lock this nigga down so eventually we can get somebody to knock his ass out and take that belt in dramatic
Yep.
fashion.
That's exactly what Oscar's doing. Everything that they've accused the PBC of doing, Oscar and Eddie Hearn are actually doing. That's why they keep doing it because they know they want to take the responsibility. The
Bud
rumors
think he
going
got a friend and shit. Them niggas like, nah, we got some for your ass over here.
the rumors going around is that he's going to sign a 3-fight deal. I'm assuming that after his 37th birthday or something, either Virgil Ortiz Jr. or somebody over there that's
Blair. That's the only other welterweight.
that's an easy bucket for Crawford though, because Blair
Oh my
sucks. I'm
god,
talking, yeah, he's fucking horrible. So I'm talking about either Ben or Virgil Ortiz Jr. and they're gonna try to soften him up with somebody like Roca, and hopefully to get that wear and tear on him, and then they're gonna try to get someone to snuff him out. But the thing is,
bro.
too, Crawford will fuck up the deal. Crawford will refuse if Crawford feels like he's not gonna win, he will refuse a fight, and then they'll be stuck having to either sue him or deal with him business wise, and they're gonna learn that too.
I wouldn't be mad at a Virgil fight.
He should fight Virgil. I mean, he ain't doing shit else. This is garbage ass fucking. This garbage ass mandatory.
Virgil getting all these opportunities, and meanwhile, Boots is in a promotion that has all the welterweights, and he can't get shit.
Well, he's not signed with PBC. He has to deal with Showtime, and
But either way, like
they know what it is with Boots. With Boots, their chances of winning are very slim to none, despite his Karen showing. People are just using that as an excuse to where they can justify not fighting him. But it's like that it would be a different situation because most of y'all are not going to fight like a Karen. So
right.
yeah, but that's whatever. They're going to use that to justify this and that. And hey, I understand how the business works. I understand how people are moving, and especially while Spencer Crawford got the fan support to not fight Boots now, they're like, shit, cool, great. I'm gonna just agree with the fans. Yeah, he sucks because Karen. So it's like, all right, okay.
I mean, bro, Boots was in a lose-lose situation with that fight. If he knocks that dude out in 2 rounds, oh, he's just another bum. Like we expected him to do this. He goes 12 rounds with this nigga. Oh, he got exposed. I knew he wasn't the real deal. Like there's certain people that have their mind made up, is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like it is what it is. Like the expectations of him is that of a Mayweather type of expectations. You know what I mean? Like
I couldn't
Mayweather had to look
agree.
perfect in his fights for him, and if he didn't look perfect, oh, Floyd got exposed.
I
You know
couldn't.
what I mean?
I couldn't agree more. And I keep telling people the reason why your expectations of Boots are higher than your expectations of your favorite fighter is because you subconsciously believe that Boots is better, so he should be held to a higher standard. People didn't like when I said that. They got upset. Some people called me names, but the reality is, I'm right. Been around people long enough. I've been alive long enough to be able to decipher people's signs. You have higher expectations of someone because you like them more than everyone else. It's kind of like your parents when you have company over, they're holding you to a higher standard than your company, despite the fact that you live there because you're their kid. They love you and they want to set a good example for you. So it's like, you dudes can play all the mental gymnastics and all that bullshit, but the reality is you're scared that Boots might knock off your favorite fucking fighter, so you don't want certain fights to be made. People do the same shit with Canelo. They do the same shit with Tank. They do the same shit with Usyk. They do the same shit with Loma. It's all the same shit.
And Art, man, don't take offense when I say this because this does include you in this group. Boots has to deal with 4 groups. So one is the Earl Spence fans who view him as a threat. And then the Crawford fans, same thing. The Virgil Ortiz fans, and then your typical I hate black fighters. Fuck them. I'm gonna just root against them no matter what. So that's 4 different people that he's got to deal with. So that's where you see all the black backlash.
And he got to deal with me too, or what?
No, I know you're not a Boots hater, so that's why I didn't include you.
I'm not
but
a
I know
Boots
you rock with
hater. I
Spence.
like Boots a lot.
Yeah. That's why I didn't include you. I know you rock with Spence, but I also know you're not a Boots hater.
Yeah, and
I'm definitely not a Boots hater. I want to see that fight, but
right.
It is what it is, man. From that Boots and Karen fight, I took nothing from it. It wasn't something like that had me thinking, "Oh man, this nigga gonna get his ass knocked the fuck out." Nah, I just know other fighters are not going to fight him like that.
Yeah, and also I'm not like saying that it was a flawless, like he has nothing to work on. He's a perfect fighter, bro. Every fighter has flaws, but we also know that Bud and Spence never had to deal with a fighter that basically just came in to survive. The closest thing you could think of maybe is Mikey Garcia.
That motherfucker was in shape.
Amir Khan, honestly, you could argue that Amir Khan or Kell Brook kind of came to survive against Bud. I mean, you could argue it. I'm not saying that's
Kell Brook was popping his ass with a jab in the very first round. He didn't come to survive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that. He was just drained like a motherfucker in that
Nigga,
fight.
he came to get some more money to buy some booger sugar, nigga. That's what the fuck
right.
he
He
did.
came. He
He's like,
came.
man, fuck this fight, man.
He came to keep the. He came to keep the fucking lights on. Like for real.
Damn,
Nah, it's real. Though.
pretty
Like
much.
that's why them niggas. That's why
That
them niggas
nigga
keep
Kell
fighting.
Brook had a fight. His pops couldn't even get to the front door. What the fuck?
Amir Khan asked quit. Like,
Yeah,
let's be real.
that nigga said, "Oh, I got hit in the balls," and he fucking flew out the ring like on some red cash type shit. Yeah,
Bro, I was
Them
gonna
body
buy
punches,
that
boy.
fight, bro. That shit's nuts.
them
I
niggas.
swear.
Them
But
niggas lucky. I
but
had
the app stopped
ESPN.
tripping.
I
Hey,
had.
fuck.
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
what the BLK Prime app?
No, the motherfucking Kell Brook versus not Kell Brook, the Amir Khan versus Bud.
They lucky. I had ESPN came with my cable at the time because I had all that shit automatically.
Yeah, the nerve to put that shit on pay-per-view.
That shit was on pay-per-view. And the app wasn't working for me for some reason. But I was like, good. Because as soon as I went on Twitter, that shit said this nigga lost because he got punched in the nuts or something. I said, oh God. I couldn't pay. Thank God I ain't pay for that.
It's like it is. It's just wild to me that we live in a world where Crawford gets more credit for Damon Afghanistan, whatever the fuck his name is. He gets more credit for that bullshit than Spence does for Mikey Garcia. These dudes are fucking hilarious, but nah. And then they keep making up this bullshit about how people are still ducking Crawford. Like again, you keep talking about he's getting ducked, but then you want to say he's his own boss. He can decide what contracts he signed and don't sign. He
Booch
signed.
didn't never fight. He never signed a petition to fight.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, why you got to do all that? Why the fighter just don't say he want to fight you and that's that?
Why doesn't Mr. Bossman just send Boots the same paperwork he sent Avenesian?
The man not his own boss. You see him over here looking for an employer.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
And my thing is, why is Bud leaving BLK Prime if he got so much bread off
money? If he got so much money from them,
yeah, why wouldn't he just wait to fight Broner? Honestly, Broner is the biggest fight or like the second biggest fight of fucking Bud's career. Real talk, because Broner is the only other welterweight that does real fucking numbers. I mean, Broner is a lazy fucking. He's used to be. He's lazy and shit, but people still want to pay to see him. So the fact that Bud wouldn't take advantage of a potential Broner fight is wild to me.
Oh hell no! I like AB. I don't want to see that.
I mean, no one wants to see Avenesian either, but the reality is that's if they said that Terrence Crawford was fighting Broner, I would have actually believed he was getting $10 million. If they had said that was the fight being made, I would have actually believed the $10 million because Broner is actually capable of generating that bullshit. But Bud and fucking Afghanistan, nah.
He said Afghanistan.
Fucking Bud versus apple cider vinegar, no.
Yeah, that shit was nuts, dude. And then come to find out that cards still got charged an additional $40 today.
That's what your dumb ass gets signing up for a sketchy fucking app. It's like putting your credit card on a porn subscription and try to
and they blocked them niggas.
What?
They did?
After they got charged, they blocked them. Like the email chain or something.
Oh shit! Customer service blocked us. You niggas gonna be on automatic renewal for the next 20 years with your dumbasses.
Damn.
That's what y'all stupid ass get over here talking about BLK Prime. And you know what? I really hope that Blue Blood got his money because his credibility is done on these streets. Any fucking event or whatever that I see Blue Blood's name on, I'm gonna give that shit all the side eye. I'll be like,
get on my damn nerves, motherfucker, with the clickbait titles all the damn time. I'm like, man, getting me excited for no damn reason.
Yeah, no, I mean, never.
That shit sucks. That dude, he really did kill his credibility with that shit. But hey, fuck it, nigga. He probably thinking, man, fuck y'all niggas on YouTube. I'm getting some money now.
I'm glad, and I hope you got plenty of money because, like I said, I'm not gonna be supporting any sketchy BLK Prime bullshit. Like even Broner, I'm not buying Broner's next fight. I don't give a fuck. It's talking about Omar Figueroa is Godzilla, nigga. Really? Oh, they in order to get the money I'm trying to make, they want me to fight Godzilla, a nigga with the same amount of losses as you is Godzilla
or Rolly.
and just Rolly is fucking pathetic. So I'm just like, man, you're a fucking lazy coward, AB. And it's
I'm mad
okay.
as hell they gave that nigga. I'm
Yeah,
mad as hell they gave that nigga Rolly a shine like that, bro. Like,
hey,
it's a
that's who Tank and them want to fight. So I already know what that's like.
dude is a clown. Like, anyways, hey,
Bernie's a
now one thing
boxer fucking
about
sucks. I don't care what
go
Bernie
ahead.
the boxer got to say. Spit bucket carrying ass nigga. Tell Bernie to get a real fucking job.
That nigga
Profe-
for not heavy
Professional
rolling.
dick rider.
Hey, for not heavy rolling. He said Bernie the delusional boxer.
Yeah, Bernie's a fucking idiot. Does he even have any amateur fights, or has he just been Crawford's personal dick rider since like the fifth grade?
I don't
Over
know.
there when Bud telling lame ass jokes on the schoolyard, Bernie coming in the background. Ooh, he told you, like nigga, shut up.
Yeah, that's it. But it is. I mean, it is what it is. That's what they want.
Just fucking gassing up dudes. Like, oh my god, like yeah, you can tell the niggas ain't over there getting real money, still wearing the same hoodie he been wearing for the last 4 years. Shut up, Bernie.
Damn.
It's true. Every time you see his dumb ass on
Damn.
camera, it's the
Speaking of
same
Fanon
same
just
fucking gray
posted.
hoodie.
Fanon just posted a bank statement showing that BLK tried to charge his account 2 times for the same price.
Yeah, he got to call his bank or his credit card company and tell them to cease and desist all requests from that source
No,
to
he said he got protection on it, but just the fact that they did try to authorize that shit was nuts.
It's the same thing that DAZN did. People canceled their subscriptions, and DAZN said, "No, you ain't canceled shit." And still took that $30 or $40 or whatever it cost.
Right, you talking about $1 billion here that we fucking lost, nigga. What the fuck?
Right, and then people keep talking about, "Oh, PVC, they scamming. Heyman is ruining boxing. He is not making fights." Boo, boo, boo. Meanwhile, you're
But
getting
these
real life robbed.
Meanwhile, these niggas is
Man.
watching the fucking Caleb Plant versus Benavidez press conference. Can't wait for that fucking fight, right?
Yeah, and all these Bud fans, they didn't buy his fucking fight because they're not complaining about the $40 because none of them buy Bud's fights. None of them. This this is
Yeah,
this is why the hype that he gets online never translates to sales because nobody cares about him. Nobody watches him fight. People just hate Earl and they hate Heyman and they thought Bud was in a position to knock them both off, and it turns out Bud's a bitch. So sorry, but it is what it is. It's time to move on.
bro. They get and then Bud recently said that he don't think the fight with him and Spencer ever happening. Again, he said it again,
Because it's
and the people
true.
are people still surprised, like, oh my god, I can't believe he said such a thing.
The reason why Terrence Crawford is on Twitter happy as a fucking clam right now is because he did it. He has the Canelo levels of protection from the fan base. He can duck quality competition. He can fight whoever he wants. He can focus on making money by fighting bums, and he has a whole army to defend his ass. They'll say he's
Is that
being
really
ducked.
true? Because
They'll say he's being ducked. They'll say he's being avoided. They'll say he deserves to be paid. They'll say he deserves this and that and get your money, baby. Da, 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 da. He's done it. He's fought. Now he can retire in peace, fighting nobody, and somebody will still be around to defend his bitch ass legacy. It's not gonna be me, but somebody, some illiterate.
nah, we on his ass, and you can see in his comments, like just look at his replies, like a majority of people are not rocking.
And that's what I just told this dude on my Facebook group because he's like, man, I only see y'all talking crazy about Bud. And I'm like, bro, what? Do you not see the majority of boxing fans have a level of understanding that this nigga Bud is the guy that ruined the fucking opportunity to see a great fight? It's nobody else but Bud.
Yeah, like basically, I thought of this, and this is the only way I can think about it. Terrence Crawford is like that mid to below mid chick that has never been taken on a date. She's never been taken in public. She's always either fucked under the bleachers or folded in the back of somebody's car. Now she's
Damn,
got now it's true. Now that she's gotten older, all of a sudden she wants to be seen in public. She wants to hold hands. She wants to be courted. I want you hear chicks that ain't never had shit say that. Oh, I want to be courted. That's Terrence Crawford. He's a chick that wants to be courted now. Now I want people to see me. This nigga has had no notoriety his entire fucking career, and he's never been more popular before now. So now he wants to get the shine he's always been missing. He's never been taken out on a date. He's never had his hand held. He's never had roses show up at the job. All that bullshit. Now, before he retires, he wants to get some of that respect and he wants to get some of that paper. Keep in mind, he doesn't want to fight any fucking opposition to actually have to earn it. He thinks he should get it off top. He thinks that he should just get it off top because he exists. Same as a bitch. Bitch just believes that because she walk around, she should just get dates in her hand held and roses because she fucking exists because some shit her mama told her. No, that's the same as Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford at the crib, everybody gassing his ass, talking about he don't have to get up and work for shit. People should just come to him. Okay, cool. Play your cards right, nigga. But you know, shit, if you go in there taking somebody lightly, like a Rocha or a fucking Virgil Ortiz Jr. or if Stanionis wins him or whoever, could slip up and end up in some shit you're not happy about. So whatever, nigga. But that's what it is. Terrence Crawford is just no one's ever cared about him. And now people are talking about him all over the place. He's the popular dude. He's the popular kid. Oh, look at me. Everyone's paying attention to me. So you can tell he doesn't know what the fuck to do with the spotlight. He's just tweaking shit.
Yeah.
Telling niggas he gonna pull up on Ray and shit.
Yeah, just saying off-brand shit. Oh, man, I can't stand when people get jealous. It be your own people. Like just random cryptic bull. Like just shut the fuck up and get offline, you bitch. I'm saying fucking
I ain't gonna lie, that should be crazy as hell.
Real Housewives of Omaha ass tweets.
And everybody in the comment section flaming his ass up. No matter what he posts, bro, he could be talking about the weather, nigga, and niggas would be like, bro, why the fuck did you pull out the negotiations?
Ain't nobody try to hear that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That was Crawford's only purpose in boxing. That was his only fucking purpose. Win or lose, we only need you for that fight. That's why it's important that fight can't happen, because if Crawford gets in there and loses, nobody's talking about Crawford ever again. 20 years from now, Crawford will just be that nigga that Errol Spence beat up. That's it.
One thing about Bud is he a stubborn ass nigga, bro. Like he's the type of dude, like he would just to be petty, he wouldn't even he won't do some shit that other people want him to do just to be, because he's stubborn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He's stubborn.
I know people like that.
Yeah, we all do. We all know a nigga like Bud in our families, because we're black folks. We all know that dude that runs his mouth, talks a bunch of shit, but at the end of the day does fucking nothing. Does absolutely nothing. They talk all this bullshit about what they're gonna do, and they don't even fucking try. They don't even make a valid attempt to get any of the shit done.
Bro, can you imagine I get the opportunity to paint for one of the best boxers in boxing on commission, right? And I say, you know what? This money ain't good enough, nigga. I want some transparency, nigga, and all that shit. Not saying that what I do is not enough, but let's just say I'm not on the level of where I should be charging the fucking niggas, over the fucking 10, 20 million type shit. Do you think I would turn down that opportunity? Hell no. I will fucking take what I have to take, because I know that if I was to finish this painting and it looks really nice, I'm going to get more customers and my legacy will go on. But this guy, Bud, is not built like that, nigga. He's literally fighting guys like Rocha and fucking David Avanesian, bro.
Avanesian, green beans. Again, it's just been clever opponent selection. They keep talking about his guarantees. He needs his guarantees. He needs his money. Blah blah blah. He he allegedly just got $10 million. Can he afford to work on a little faith now? Oh no, they just want him to miss out on checks. Just miss out on checks. I'm like, dude, then stop saying you want the fight when you're just concerned about him getting paid. You rather, again, it's about their favorite fucking fighter not
Bro,
losing.
a diehard Bud fan told me that Bud was not going to make more money. And you've seen the tweet. He said
I did see the stupid
he said
shit.
he said he was not going to make more money fighting Spence than he would against Avanesian.
Right, but then they'll say it's impossible that Spence makes more money fighting fucking Thurman than a Bud. It's like, again, you dudes just don't want the fucking fight. And much like Bud, as opposed to just admitting you're a bitch, you'll do all this pontificating and mental gymnastics. You don't want to see the fight because you are afraid that he might lose and you'll have to eat your fucking words. That's all that is. Just like Bud is afraid he might lose and fall back into irrelevance where the fuck he was.
If Errol Spence fought Bud and lost, I wouldn't care, because there's two Americans fighting.
And the thing is, Errol Spence Jr. will fight somebody else that's good. he won't go on a fucking five course bum bash and never fight again or fight, once every 4 years. No, he would still be fighting top competition. Terrence Crawford ain't even had a step up fight in his whole fucking career, and he talking like he's done something, and that's another thing. That's why I get on you dude's ass when you start gassing up people like Keyshawn and Shakur and Kid Austin who have just gotten started, barely fought anybody. Because the thing is, if you gas them up too early, they're gonna be like, well, shit. They people already say I'm the best. I'm the best, and I haven't fought shit. Why the fuck would I take a risky fight now? Why would I take a risky fight and I'm already the best without fighting anybody? It literally makes no sense for them to take a risky fight if people are already saying they're the best. If you're already saying Terrence Crawford is the pound for pound number one, the best, because Terrence Crawford starts saying that dumb shit, right? Oh, so I'm pound for pound. I'm pound for pound. People said I'm pound for pound. And I ain't even fought Spence. So shit, what the fuck I need to fight Spence when I'm already pound for pound? So
the reason they say that, to play devil's advocate, is because of three divisions. So that's the same reason they call Inoue pound for pound, because they're both three division champions, but who have they really fought?
Exactly.
I the same argument for Inoue. Like, his best opponent is a 40-year-old Donaire, and no disrespect to Donaire, because I'll be talking to him on some of these panels, and he's a good dude, but like, let's be real, he's not at his best anymore.
Right. A Donaire that was 10 years younger would have beat the living shit out of Inoue. Probably would have changed his whole career. So
if you put Boots in right now with a 40-year-old version of Crawford, what do you think will happen?
That's 5 rounds maximum. That shit is done.
He's supposed to wash him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Boots will knock out Crawford right now. But that's just me. But yeah, no, exactly. Inoue got in there. Like, I hate it when people describe a fighter as levels above for doing what they're supposed to do. That's not levels above shit. It's like when they gave Keyshawn credit for going the distance with Burgos. Devin Haney did the same shit against a younger, better version of Burgos. So you can't say he's levels above Devin when he does the same kind of performance as Devin. Talking about levels above, they're doing the same shit. So how are they levels above? Like, it shit gets on my fucking nerves, man. Like, again, Crawford's best opponent ever was Postal. A nigga who Gary Antoine stopped. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, I get tired of these dudes. That's why people keep thinking I'm hating. I'm like, no, I'm telling you to calm the hype down so they have an incentive to fight someone to win the crowd over. If they've had 4 fucking fights against nobody and you're already saying they're pound for pound number one, why the fuck would they fight somebody?
Nigga, they already telling Virgil Ortiz you got a better resume than Boots, so you don't need to fight him type.
Exactly. Exactly. They cut that nigga off the hook before he even fought McKinson. They were already saying that dumb shit. That's why Virgil was coming out talking about, oh, these dudes just want a payday. A payday? Nigga, you're from Grand Prairie, Texas. What the fuck?
I know, nigga. Like, I fucking lived in Grand Prairie, bro, and that's like, what?
This nigga talking about dudes just want to fight me to get a payday. But McKinson, 2 knockouts, absolutely no resume at all. Not even ranked in like the top 5 at the time. He deserves some shit. Okay, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, but we just gonna chop on Plant versus Benavidez real quick before I get up out of here. Right. Dirk Banks, what's your final thoughts on, or not your final thoughts, but what's your thoughts on that press conference?
I'm not gonna lie. I think Benavidez is a little bit too emotional, or like he a little bit too hot headed. You don't want to go in there like start, being the he could fuck around, go in there, start headhunting and
that's what I told D-Hive. Yeah. D-Hive said, fuck it, that anger might play a part to his game that might benefit him.
Yeah, it could, but it could also lead to mistakes, bro. We all know this is a mental game first before physical. So, but we'll see. I hope Benavidez wins, but him being emotional combined with his pops and then Breadman in the corner of Caleb Plant, I don't know, man.
Breadman just happy he got a job, in my opinion.
Right. That's the only. I was just gonna say, do you know? Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure Breadman didn't expect Caleb Plant to knock Darrell out either. He really didn't, because nobody did. Second off, Second off, how do you think this is the second nigga he's gassed into fighting Benavidez, bro? So how the fuck do you think he got Kyron fucking Davis from 154 on short notice? Come on, Kyron, I'll make you a star, baby. It's like I said, it's pimp shit. I'll take you to the top, baby. I'll make you a star, baby. I'll take you to the moon, baby. How this nigga eating, bro? He pimping these niggas. I'm telling you, he pimping these niggas out, feeding them the benavidez, getting this check. That way
J Rock.
my nigga. I'm telling you, I brought up J Rock earlier because bro, he couldn't coach J Rock against fucking Rosario, and Rosario had lost to niggas that J Rock beat clean.
Now, to be fair though, he said on the interview that J Rock has like interests outside of boxing. So like basically he was
Because the nigga
implying.
bought some property. Really,
I mean, it's not
That
just
nigga
that.
was
He
buying
was
property,
basically
he wasn't paying
implying that this
attention.
nigga. He was implying this nigga's not all the way in with boxing, and not to mention J Rock got something that no matter how good of a coach you are, you can't fix. The man is chinny, like, and you can't be chinny at motherfucking 160 or 154 wherever he fight at. Like you gonna
oh,
get exposed.
well, albeit he's only been clapped by punches, but I understand what you're saying. But I still hold firm to my opinion. Once Clark got that knockout, he was like, "Oh yeah, come on, baby, I'll take it to the top. Me and you, baby, we can do it. We can take out Benavidez. This nigga trying to eat, dog, and he know ain't nobody. He know ain't nobody up and
I feel
around there
like the
really trying.
people supporting Plant right now are kind of phony because some of them are
They're
some
just
of
trying to
them
suck Canelo
some of
dick.
them are Canelo some of them are Canelo fans that want to make Canelo resume look good, and some of them are guys who are just friendly with boxers on Twitter that are active on Twitter, so they're friendly with Breadman and Plant. So they thinking, oh, well, we're gonna ride with him just because they're giving us more, you know, opportunities to
Mhm.
interview you and shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's genuine.
It's
And when he
not.
gets slapped by Benavidez, they're gonna hop on the Benavidez train.
No, they're gonna move on and be like, "Whoa, shit, what Jamal Charlo doing?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna try to make it seem like they weren't fucking dead ass wrong. Like Caleb Plant just didn't get destroyed. I'm like, oh well, shit. Well, Charlo, he's been inactive. They just gonna move on to the next fucking topic. I love how whenever like you said, the majority of the space crew, whenever they get a fucking prediction wrong, they just move on to the next topic and don't even discuss what the fuck happened over there. Like I
like
don't.
in order to deal with a Benavidez, bro, you gotta be like an elite boxer, and
and you
Caleb
gotta have
is a
some
good.
pop, some real
That
pop.
too. That too. But like you gotta be like an elite boxer, like a I'm not gonna say Floyd, but like a Devin Haney or Shakur, that type, like elite. And Caleb Plant is a good boxer. He's not elite, so he's not gonna be able to just outbox David Benavidez like that, like people think he's gonna do. He's gonna walk this dude down, bro, and he gonna just wear him down, and he's gonna get him out of there in about late rounds. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, shit. Like I mean, I'm not saying what's the name. Plant don't have a good puncher's chance because you can punch, you can do something. You can maybe knock him off balance, get a knockdown or two, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think Benavidez is going to allow himself to be stopped, and I don't think that Plant throws enough punches to get the decision.
Yeah, you going Benavidez. If you a bitch, you should not be in the ring with a dude like that. I'm not saying Caleb is a bitch. He's definitely not a bitch, but he gonna.
Benavidez is calling him a bitch.
Yeah, he did. Hey,
Man,
if you
Caleb
don't
Plant
got a gas
conducts
tank,
himself like
bro.
a bitch.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Canelo don't want nothing to do with this nigga. Like, if you don't got a great gas tank, you can't deal with Benavidez.
Bro,
You just can't.
Canelo has no kneecaps. If Benavidez ran after his ass, he couldn't run away. He would just
Right.
fall over, take a knee, and be like, you know what, Reynoso, let's just get the fuck up out of here, man. We done made like 400, $500 million. I'm straight on all this bullshit. Let's
This
just
is what will
go.
happen because Canelo in that fight, if Canelo can't hurt Benavidez, it's gonna be a long ass night, boy. Because that's his only chance. Canelo's not finna just move around the ring. He don't fight like that.
Canelo's trying to set the play up right now so he don't have to fight his mandatory Benavidez, bro.
Yeah,
That's why he trying to pencil in that Bivol fight as fast as he could, bro.
Bro,
And not to say Bivol ain't no threat, but nigga, Bivol is not knocking niggas out like Benavidez would.
they
right.
paid, bro, they paid the fucking WBO to have Caleb Plant count as a mandatory title defense so they wouldn't have to defend another mandatory.
Yeah,
They could do anything they want. So when this nigga says he's not fighting Andrade, he's not fighting Benavidez, people make it seem like they could politically trap him. No, bro, he's just not gonna fight these people. It's that simple. He's
bro.
not.
Yeah, losing to Bivol is one thing. Like, cause Bivol, obviously an elite fighter, but he'll outbox you. He'll touch you up here and there. Benavidez is not doing that. He's coming in there to kill you, and
Right.
that's why I rock with Benavidez. To be honest with you, like he's coming there with just pure violence, and Canelo knows that losing to him in that type of fashion, like let's say Benavidez goes in there and just beats the dog shit out of him for 12 rounds. That would be humiliating for him and his ego, and he's a Mexican too.
Yeah,
Come
and
on
not
now.
and not to mention, you're not just gonna sit like when Canelo was doing all that bullshit with Bivol sitting on the ropes, beckoning him to come in. You're not gonna
Yeah,
do that. You're not gonna do that with a Benavidez or a Better Be a type person because they're gonna take
right.
advantage and bomb your ass up out of there. They're gonna beat you till you stop moving.
Right.
Especially Better Be he'll bake your little cinnabon ass.
And they don't want that shit. Especially Canelo versus Morrell Jr., bro.
Oh my, he's never gonna fight. He will retire. Canelo, mark my words. Canelo will retire without ever fighting David Morrell Jr. Because ain't no bro. There's what the fuck is Canelo gonna do? People keep talking about, oh, well, David Morrell only has 7 fights. Great. He'll whoop the shit out of Canelo. Bivol
I
only had
think
like 16 fights himself.
I think the only people that can beat David Morrell from 168 to 175 um, is
Benavidez,
Benavidez, what's his name,
O'Burl,
Bivol,
O'Burlton,
and maybe and then Better BF maybe.
Better be,
No,
yeah, better be.
he's better be because he's still a little bit young, and but that's about it. I don't know about I need to see more from him. Like I want to see if he got the power because I see he has the skills, but
I wouldn't pick him, but he could just simply because of the size. Like he's big enough. Like
yeah, but
he's big enough. He's big enough to get in there and actually land some punches to make a Morrell back up some.
bro, you know what's scary about a Burlton?
Hmm.
If you don't get spectacular knockouts and you don't look impressive in these fights, they have an excuse to duck you, bro. Like if Boots, this is the reason why Boots got noticed. If Boots was just decisioning these niggas this whole time, he would still be in Philly unknown. But
That's true.
because he's knocking people out and looking spectacular while doing it, his he grew a buzz. If O'Brien doesn't do that shit, he's gonna stay unknown, and then they'll have no reason to fight him.
He's not going to be unknown. They're just going to use that as an excuse not to fight him. It's the same. It's the
Yeah,
same excuse people use for Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and niggas talking about what he don't deserve. Like what the fuck? Are you telling me a
sure.
champion doesn't deserve his fucking
Yeah, but
challenger?
Dev is different because Dev got that Floyd Mayweather clout.
No,
Him
he
and Tank
doesn't.
Davis. He
Tank
did when he was. Yeah, well, people were saying, "Oh, he was trained by Mayweather. He came out of Mayweather's gym." So that's
Tank has the Mayweather clout. Devin Haney didn't get none of that shit.
yeah, he did. Him and Earl and Tank all got the Mayweather clout in some type of fashion.
I
Well,
agree.
I mean, Earl had it from that sparring session. Tank got it because Mayweather's everywhere. But that shit didn't wore off Devin Haney. Devin Haney don't get any points of respect off that shit. People make it seem like he was never there.
Yeah, now they do for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm right. People make it seem like he was never fucking there. Like, oh, he, and then I remember one time Checkmate came on this bitch screaming, talking about Haney should have never left Mayweather. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, they were they were having videos on YouTube of Mayweather on the pads with Devin, and then his pops like Mayweather's pops like, oh, he's the next one. Like he remind me of my son,
Bro,
and that's
where
Yeah.
how
do you think
Dev grew his buzz.
where do you think Ryan Garcia got the Cobra Bag idea from? It was from Devin showing his hand speed on the pads with Floyd Senior. That's the only reason all Ryan Garcia did was copy all Ryan Garcia did was copy a little viral video of him showing off his hand speed because that's how Devin Haney got popular.
Speaking of Devil, actually, I'm gonna get back on Devin real quick, but my boy Keyshawn Davis, this nigga was on interview talking about, man, I got a name for y'all, man. Like it's somebody I know. I was excited. Next thing I know, Tago. I'm like,
You know, I said it's the foo man. That's what Taco Davis.
I
Foo
was
King.
mad as
Because
hell.
man, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, man, these niggas are not like that. Like I swear, like everyone keep gassing them up. I'm like, look at what these niggas are gonna fight. I'm telling you, they've been hanging out with Bud. They know the playbook. Bud's schooling them. Look, man, people are already saying you hot. Why take a risk? Ride with it.
Man,
Ride
this is a
with it.
step back. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a step back.
It is. This nigga went from calling out Frank Martin and Kid Austin and fighting Togo sandwiches. Fuck out of here, nigga. This is Ryan Garcia's leftovers.
Oh
Oh,
Lord, I can't defend this shit. Look, this I'm
Nigga,
saying when I
Frank
say
Martin
step
set
back,
the
it's a step
bar.
back from his previous opponent.
I'm
Frank
telling
Martin
you.
set the bar so damn high for these niggas.
Yeah, he went from calling out Frank Martin to calling out Kid Austin, but actually fighting Tego. Ain't that a
He,
bitch?
he gave Frank his respect now, but Kid Martin or Kid Austin, whatever his damn name is, yeah, that dude, he's not it.
Yeah, not at all. I think, and I don't even
You
like
know who he
Keyshawn.
reminds
But
me of?
Keyshawn will knock him the fuck out.
He's like a
Sean Porter, that's what people be saying. I don't see Sean
he's
Porter.
like he reminds me of like a Sean Porter Devin Haney mix, but not his skills. I don't know, man.
Did you
I
say Sean Porter and Devin Haney?
like personality mixed together,
Oh,
No,
not
Kid
like
Austin.
skills wise.
Nah, Kid Austin
bro,
is your basic pressure fighter. He reminds me of fucking like Samuel Vargas or some shit. He
all
barely jabs, runs in there, gets hit clean pretty often. Like he ain't shit.
for
No,
all these
I have
dudes.
I haven't seen him fight to be making any conclusions like that.
No, I saw enough. I'll say that. Like, come on, bro. If you doing this with niggas you supposed to be knocking out, what are you gonna do against the real fighters?
My thing is too. He got Ronnie Shields in the corner, but his father is the head coach. What the fuck is that? You got
I don't know.
Ronnie.
His dad get on my damn nerves because he be talking crazy to his son.
Yeah, they be
Talking
talking
about,
wild shit, talking about Devin is not a real fighter. He all he cares about is paychecks and YouTube. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Devin Haney and his father did the same shit y'all doing now. Don't be mad because y'all almost the same age and have no fights and have accomplished nothing. That's nobody's fault but your own. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all both fighting on the zone. Y'all both a father son combo. Y'all both trying to get money. I don't understand. They're talking about, oh, Devin's not a real fighter. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so what? Y'all want to switch resumes? Should he be fighting your fucking opponents?
Who said that?
Of Kid Austin and his fucking father.
I don't know, man.
Like,
These niggas need to pump their brakes, man. Too many clout chasing going on.
yeah, they're trying to get some fucking clout. Meanwhile, they're not gonna fight anyone even close to the people they're talking about. Just like this motherfucker with Togo sandwiches.
bro, both of the dudes, or all three dudes, or not just three of them, but I noticed that these dudes like to like brag about sparring. Oh, I heard this dude is sparring. I knocked this nigga out in sparring. They all are not that, are not it. Like, look at Rayo Venezuela. He bragged about knocking out Teofimo. Brian Norman says he hurt Terrence Crawford in sparring, and then this
Oh
nigga Kid
my god.
Austin.
Yeah, I was about to bring up Brian Norman. This nigga, they talk about how they hurt everybody in smart. Oh, we knocked out Terrence Crawford, we knocked out Tank, we knocked out that. You get in there and look super regular, like what the
The only
fuck?
person, the only person he said whooped his ass in sparring was Boots.
Okay, well that's fair, but yeah, that shit was funny to me. He talk all this good shit about how you
Yeah,
done smoked everybody in sparring. You get in the ring and you look regular than a motherfucker. I was like, what? I was like, this is Brian Norman. Oh shit, man. I mean, I watched his fights before and like he looked good. Don't get it twisted, but I was never like, oh, he's gonna be some super talent. I got to see some more. He gets in there in prime time and the big time. I was like, wow, this is what we're dealing with. Okay. This is the guy who stops everyone in sparring. All right, cool, good. Sounds good.
yep.
Yeah, but all I know is that Keyshawn and Kid Austin and all these other poo bud ass niggas, they better sit their ass down somewhere and put in some actual work. Are you talking about somebody
Oh,
ducking Shakur? Man, no, ain't nobody
I'm
ducking Shakur.
I'm confident in Keyshawn, and I think he's gonna be a pound for pound fighter in the future. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, clearly
Man,
ain't
we
no
don't
pound
live
for
in
pound.
the future, man. What is going on in the present with these niggas?
But
He got 8 fights.
Jesus.
getting on the
I'm
pound for
tired of
pound list,
marinating. We not even know if we gonna be here the next fucking 5 years. What the fuck is
but,
going on? Can we see
but
these
getting
niggas
on the
fight
pound for
already?
pound list, getting on the pound for pound list don't require any work. You can get on pound for pound list for nothing. It doesn't. Look, they gave Fury the sixth spot for being Wilder, and they said Wilder wasn't shit. So, like clearly, like saying, "Oh, just saying I'm pound for pound." That's another cop out excuse to not fight competition. That's why I scrutinize the pound for pound list so heavily. Because dudes, like, look, like I said, look at Terrence Crawford. I'm pound for pound. I don't got to fight Errol Spence. I'm pound for pound without him. So why the fuck would I fight him? I'm pound for pound. I'm pound for pound.
Keyshawn, Keyshawn remind me of AB, and I'm talking about his personality, like, but a little bit less. He's just a funny dude, bro. I rock with Keyshawn, and he a better. He got more skills than AB ever had.
What the fuck? Okay. See, this,
Yes, I'm dead ass.
this, this is the shit I be talking about. This nigga has accomplished nothing. Oh my god! Like we haven't
It-
even seen Keyshawn fight all styles of fighter yet, and we
it's,
already talking
it's
this.
it's not about accomplishments, bro. He just passes the eye test to me. Like it's
Oh
kind of
my!
like with Boots. People say the same shit about Boots, but like the man just passed the eye test, and I think he got a higher ceiling than Devin Haney. I'm gonna say it.
What Keyshawn?
Yeah,
Oh
he
boy,
can crack.
I would love to see. You know what? I was one of the people that was like, I would love to see Keyshawn versus Devin Haney instead of punk ass Lomachenko. I would love that
That might happen. They're not that far in age.
because Lomachenko is clearly trying to duck. He's stalling out negotiations, crying about money like he deserves some shit. So I say fuck it. Let's give the shit to Keyshawn.
No, that's not going to happen.
I know it's not gonna happen, but I figure if they could fast track Lomachenko in the title position in this second fight, Keyshawn got 5 fights, so fuck it. I don't understand.
They should put Keyshawn there with that Mexican dude, Maratalo.
I agree with that as well. They should.
A good
Yeah,
ass fight.
Murataya, yeah, they should definitely put him in there with him.
Yeah, he can fight. But look, man.
Yeah.
Key, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Key.
Before you say your last statements, before I get up out of here.
All right. Um. Key. Keyshawn got a chance to be a star because unlike a lot of these dudes that we rock with, Dev, Shakur, even Tank Davis, he got a mouthpiece and he get on a lot of people's nerves, and that's actually good for boxing like, in terms of like selling tickets and all that shit and pay per view. So that's why I think Keyshawn got a lot of potential. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, I think, like I said, I think Keyshawn and Shakur both are going to follow the Terrence Crawford playbook and talk a lot of shit about people that have no intention of fighting, and then swear up and down they're being avoided. But
I mean, yeah,
that being said, I think that Benavidez is going to smoke Plant. I really don't see what Plant is capable of doing outside of a Hail Mary shot, maybe dropping Benavidez once, but I don't believe Plant has enough of any particular thing to be effective against Benavidez.
right. Agreed.
All you do is talking about that Darrell knockout. Okay, yeah, we'll see. And then tell, oh well, Plant's been in there with Canelo. What the fuck do that mean? Canelo scared shitless of Benavidez.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah. Resumes do not fight for you. I don't know how many times I have to keep reiterating this, but resumes do not fight for you.
They sure don't.
Yeah, but we gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see, man. Benavidez versus Plant. Man, I hope Benavidez got the braids in and Plant knocked the fucking braids out his head.
I'm dead.
Nah, he don't got that. I don't know if he got popped like that today, but we'll see. We'll see, man. I can't wait, brothers. But anyways, y'all have a nice night, man. And we'll chop it up soon.
All right, man. Night.
You as well. Thank you for having me on.